Hi, I'm Cody DeGalorians.
And I'm Alex Giannini, and we're the program managers at the Westport Library.
And this is 10 Questions with short video interviews with some of our favorite authors while they and we are stuck at home.
These 10 questions are for Victoria Kann. Say hi, Victoria.
Hello!
Victoria is the award-winning illustrator and author of the picture book series featuring Pinkalicious. Yeah. And I was going to show, so my example is, I'm going to get this close enough. So on Hoopla, through our library's account, we have an amazing selection of Pinkalicious titles
Wow.
to choose from. So please use Hoopla. You get ebooks and audiobook versions of these.
Wow, great.
So yeah, Victoria came to our first Story Fest back in 2018, and we are so excited to announce that she will be returning for Story Fest 2020 this September. So thank you, Victoria, for coming today.
I love StoryFest. It's just the most amazing thing, and you folks do an incredible job. And I love seeing all the kids, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, I think this is the one thing that we are all most looking forward to, like a return to normalcy. All right, so for the question, first, what project of yours should people grab while they're stuck at home?
Well, okay. So I have done doodle books. I have pink doodles, purple doodles, and Goto doodles. And these are just the best activity books to do at home because it is just pages and pages. And they're based, like, so this one is based on Goldilicious, so it's unicorn themed. And, you know, this one is based on Pinkalicious, so it's cupcake themed and turning pink themed. And this one is based on Purplicious, so it's all about creating art. And let me open the pages so you can see what it's like. You know, it's coloring, and then there word games, and then there, you know, questions like, what are the colors that Pinkalicious is going to use? Add them to the palette, and then you can add them. So it's really interactive. Like, and the questions like, did you know purple is considered a royal color because many years ago, princesses, princes, kings, queens, and the very wealthy were the only ones who could afford the rare and expensive purple dyes. So that's, you know, it has interesting facts, and then you can color it in, and drawing prompts, all these really interesting things that are, you know, right in these books. So you will spend hours and hours having fun with these. So those I highly recommend. And then I've been doing a lot of baking. I don't know if that's why everybody's wearing sweatpants, because nobody can pull their pants up. And so this is a Pinkalicious cookbook, and it has lots of, first of all, it has some basic recipes like how to make pink cupcakes, how to make gluten-free yellow cupcakes, chocolate cupcakes that are gluten-free also, and regular ones, and frosting. But then it's like, it's just it's so visual. It's just so much fun to look at and see all the different ways that you can decorate cupcakes sort of in the theme of Pinkalicious. Here's a teeny tiny pinky cupcake for your dolls, which I just think is the cutest. And oh, do you see the pink tea? That's and so then they go from there to like purple power tower and cake pops. It's really about decorating. So like you can make a castle with your cupcakes, or this is my favorite page. Pink is love. Yay! It is. It really is. And then it gets really hard. I'm going to show you the hardest one. That's a cake pop head.
Wow.
Right. That's the challenge. I don't know if anybody could do it, but I challenge somebody to try to do it. The crown is made out of a chip, a spray painted potato chip. So, I mean, it's insane. It's for people. There are people out there who can do this kind of stuff. So those are the books that if you've got time and you want to do something besides read a story, I highly recommend those.
So I'm gonna break the rule for the first time and comment. I just want to say, if you want to go pick those books up, you should do it from your local independent bookstore, because a bunch of the stores are closed to customers, but they are either delivering or some of them are offering curbside. And for you in Westport, the Westport Barnes and Noble is doing limited curbside pickup. So these are really great books to pick up at a time when booksellers really need us to pick up some books. So the next question I have, speaking of books, do you have a go-to book right now while you're stuck at home?
I've actually I've been listening to audiobooks because I'm creating artwork, working on my next book. So while I work on it, I've been listening to books, and boy, if anybody has any recommendations for me for like good audiobooks, please let me know. But I've been listening to Marina Abramovic. She's a performance artist, and her book is Walk Through Walls. It is fantastic. It is just so amazing. She's to listen to what she has achieved in her life. She narrates it. She has traveled all over the world. She's slightly mystical. And I don't really know a lot about performance art. So I really learned a lot. It's a completely different kind of art than my art, because my art, I'm sitting here, I'm working alone, I'm creating it. Her art involves being with people. She did something at MoMA where she sat at a table and people came and sat down next to her. They could sit for as long as they liked, and she just stared into their eyes and she connected with people. And some people cried, some people laughed. So her work is really, every artist wants to connect with somebody, whether or not it's through music or visual arts, or through dance. I mean, that's the whole goal of being an artist. And for me, it's very inspiring to learn about the ways that she connects with people through her art. Very inspiring.
What about a go-to album or go-to music that you're turning to right now?
Well, I am not listening to the radio. I have turned it off. One thing, Jonathan Goldman has healing music, which is really, really, like if great for meditation. That's very, very helpful. My friend really, really wants me to listen to Aurora, the 23-year-old Norwegian. She sounds a little bit, she's just great. I mean, her voice is beautiful and very relaxing. And then I have like my go-to happy music, which is reggae and bossa nova and samba. So I will always have those on in the background, just to feel happy in life.
How about a go-to movie or maybe a TV show that you're binging?
I'm so embarrassed. I have not had time. I haven't had time to watch anything. I will tell you what I like, and maybe, are there comments? Could people like make recommendations?
Yes.
Because my favorite, I just binged the Dairy Girls. It's an Irish show. God, is it good? And I have to watch it with the captions because I can't understand, but it's really funny. So I like anything that's slightly humorous. And I'll be honest, my TV show is on at 11:30 at night on channel 131. And I've been making my family watch it at 11:30 at night. So that is what we've been watching. I mean, if we watch any TV, I'm like, what do you think? Tell me what you think of this episode. And then I tell my family, like, what makes it special and what the challenges were. So that's it. But please, like, make recommendations for me, because I'm desperate. I like something humorous. So
how about a go-to beverage right now?
My go-to beverage? Okay. I would it be disgusting to show you my empty blender? Because that's my go-to beverage, which is it's a pink smoothie made with dragon fruit and raspberries and strawberries and all sorts of delicious things. I've been putting an avocado in it recently, and that's really good. So that's one thing. That's one beverage. This is my other beverage. It's This is so good. Oh my gosh. This is really antiviral. So I'm going to give you the recipe so everybody can make it. You take some garlic, excuse me, not garlic. You take ginger and you peel the ginger. You boil a pot of water, then you take the peeled ginger as, you know, like a thumb's length. You put it in there, you put in some thyme, you put in some rosemary, and you just let it sit. And you can boil it and reboil it and add water, and I just drink it all day long. And then I put in a teaspoon of raw honey, and I squeeze a lemon, and it's so good for you. And it's amazing. It's very antiviral, and I recommend it. I drink it all day long.
How about a
We're
go?
expecting a cocktail, right?
No, we've gotten very few of them actually.
Oh.
How about a go-to work from home outfit?
Well, I did shower for everybody today, and I did change my clothing. So my go-to outfit, I do have one. It's you know, I love color, and I believe in the chakras, which have to do with color. And while I am working on a book, I tend to wear a blue scarf because that's the color of communication. You know, your throat is all about communication. So aqua or turquoise, I usually wear around my neck, and I wear a blue sweater because I'm trying to let my communication flow. So that's generally what I wear, and my poor family is so sick of it.
What about a go-to place you'd rather be right now?
I'll be honest, there's no place else I'd rather be than right here. I'm just, Dr. Wayne Dwyer said, wherever you are in life is exactly where you're supposed to be. And I truly believe that. And if this wasn't going on, this is where I would be. I love it here. You can see this is my studio. I'm working. I love to work. I'm very happy here.
So it sounds like you don't have much time to waste, but do you have a go-to time waster that you've been turning to?
Go-to time waster. What? No. I mean, I don't, and it's really funny. Like, people are like, what do I do with all of this extra time? And I don't understand it, because I'm busier than ever, because in addition to all the work I'm doing, I'm also doing story time every day at 3 o'clock, which I'm posting on the Pinkalicious Facebook and Instagram. So that is taking up a lot of time, and that's fun. That has an art activity. And so I'm doing that in addition to my books, in addition to working on the TV show. And then I'm like scrubbing my produce and I'm cleaning everything in sight. So I don't have any extra time. But you know, there is something that is really funny that I do watch every so often. It's this family that I think it's called the Holderman family on Instagram. They're making up satirical songs and parodies, and they seem to have a huge amount of time. And you know, I'm like, wow, they really have tons of time. So every so often I will look at that.
What about a go-to person you'd like to hear answer these questions?
Well, I would, you know, I was thinking about that. Would I want artists just work? They're very boring. Flannery O'Connor once said that people ask her about her life, and she said, my life consists of going from my home to my studio and writing all day. That's all there is. So besides Marina Abramovic, artists really aren't that interesting, but I always am interested in hearing what they have to say. But I think I would really like a comedian. So I would like a comedian to answer these questions. Amy Schumer, like she could be very, very funny. She could have some great answers. Chris Rock, wouldn't he be great? Jerry Seinfeld. So, Sarah Silverman, I would probably hold my ears because she can get so nasty. But Wanda Sykes, I'd love to hear what Wanda Sykes would say to these questions. So.
How about a go-to nostalgia bomb that brings you to your happy place?
Well, you know, my happy place is my garden. So right now, the thing that really, really makes me happy is moss. You've got to look down at the earth. You've got to touch it. It's really, really soft. The colors are incredible. It's like really, really bright green. And then there's some other shades of green, and you've got to touch it. It's really soft and tactile. So moss.
So how can people find you online while they're stuck at home? They want to connect with you.
They can find me on Instagram, on Victoria B. Kann. There's also, I am Pinkalicious on Instagram. And then there's Pinkalicious Facebook page. So those are the best ways to connect. And I hope you do. Please, because I really do need a good TV show and some good audiobooks.
We'll make sure when we share this, we'll tell people to head over to the YouTube page and put recommendations for you so you can check them out.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for hanging out with us for a little bit and spending some time with us from your studio and to answer our fun questions. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for inviting me. It's such a pleasure to be here. Great to see you. Stay well, everybody, and stay silly.
We're going to get there real soon. So if you want to rewatch this video or check out any of the other ones that we've made in the 10 Questions with series, you can head over to the Westport Library's website at westportlibrary.org. Thanks again, Victoria.
Thank you.